Ni hao, my foreign friends, as Onapixel has famously said. Today we're going to be reviewing my video and we're going to be doing more predictions. So, let's start with the predictions because that's probably what you're here for. Okay, Furia versus Gamer Legion. It's going to be Furia. I'm sorry. VP versus Mibber. Look, I'm going to be honest. I didn't really watch the Americas RMR that much, but I think VP will probably take this, even though VP was looking a little bit shaky. I think VP will probably take this one. Liquid versus Cloud9. Now that's an OG matchup, and I think it's an OG matchup that Team Liquid will win. Complexity versus FlyQuest. Well, you see, I'm rooting for Complexity because they have a South African on their team. You know how it is. And they are better than FlyQuest, so they're going to beat them, yeah. Big versus Passion UA, we got the rematch. Now, Passion UA, even though they did prove they can make it to the major, were still kind of BO1 merchants. You know, they won both of their BO1s against like really good teams, but they lost their BO3 to Big. So I think that they will take the BO1 against Big. I really want these guys to win. I love the way that they play Counter-Strike. They're so entertaining to watch, and it's probably the last underdog story that we'll ever have in a Counter-Strike major. So even if they don't beat Big, even if they might not, I still want them to win it. I still believe that they can win this. Fnatic versus Wildcard. I think Wildcard will win this. You know, the sex worker aura is just a little bit too powerful with Amaranth, it turns out. There goes any money. Even though I'm not monetized, there it goes. Mongols versus Rare Atom. Yeah, Mongols winning that. And Pain versus Imperial. To be honest, I don't care that much about either of these teams, but I guess I'll give it to Pain. And then we got Furia versus Wildcard. Look, call me crazy. I think Wildcard is taking this matchup. VP versus Passion. Oh yeah, Passion is taking that. They already beat VP in a BO1. I don't see why they can't do it again. Liquid versus Pain. That's going to be Liquid taking that. Complexity versus the Mongols. Look, I gotta be honest, the Mongols is going to win this. They're a good-ass team. In the words of one of those guys on TLDR of CS2, Mongols is a top 5 team. They're not actually a top 5 team, but they are really good. They're definitely a top 10 team. Big versus Imperial. I mean, Big, they did get a bit of an easy road to the major, but I still think they'll beat Imperial. Fnatic versus Rare Atom. As much as I dislike Rare Atom, they are pretty good. I hate to say it, but it's true. I did not watch Fnatic the entire time. I honestly assumed that they were probably going to like bomb out of the major. I got to check where I said they would come. I can't remember if I said if they would qualify. But yeah, I think Fnatic will win, I guess. I haven't really been watching either of them. Gamer Legion versus FlyQuest. I think Gamer Legion will take that one. Mibber versus Cloud9. Let me just cheat really quickly and see who did better. Oh wait, Cloud9 is European. Okay, Cloud9's gonna win. Wait, that's not Gamer Legion, that's Mibber. Honestly, I think Mibber will probably win. They did go 3-0. Yeah, they did. So yeah, I think Mibber's gonna win. Passion UA versus the Mongols. Look, I think we gotta be real. I think the Mongols is probably gonna win this one, unless Passion UA does something ridiculous. Wildcard versus Liquid. Well, you see, Wildcard, they're a little bit of a wild card. See what I did there? Please laugh. But I think Liquid will probably win. Furia versus Mibber. I didn't really watch, so let me check who won in this matchup. How did they lose this BO1, by the way? Okay, They never played against them. I think Fury will probably win that. VP versus Gamer Legion. This Resident Sleeper matchup. Complexity versus Pain. I reckon Complexity will win this. Big, probably going to be Fnatic. Cloud9 probably going to beat Imperial. And Rayatom is going to win that. Let's see. I think Passion could probably beat Complexity. You know, I reckon this one's hard because I didn't watch much of Wildcard. I assumed they were just gonna like bomb out of the major and then they qualified top of America. Americas. My bad, Brazilians. I reckon Big is probably gonna win this. VP versus Furia. As much as I'd like Furia to win, they were looking a little bit shit, so I'll probably give this to VP. Fnatic versus Cloud9. Now, when we talk about OG matchups, this is an OG matchup. This is like the OG matchup. I reckon Cloud9 will take it. Pain versus Rayatom. Hopefully Pain wins. And Mibba versus Gamer Legion. I think Gamer Legion will probably win. Wildcard will probably be Cloud9. Complexity will... that's hard. I'm going to leave this like this, but honestly, this is a coin flip. Either of these could win. And Furia versus Pain. Furia will hopefully and probably win. But you never know with these guys. Now, let's go Legends. G2 versus the Mongols. Wait. Am I stupid? Oh, yeah. Okay, so it's taking the guys that I made qualified. Sorry, guys. I'm a little bit dumb. Anyways, G2 will probably beat these guys. Na'Vi gonna beat these guys. Look, this would be so funny, and I want it to happen because I don't like France or Israel. Now, Spirit versus VP. Yeah, Spirit's gonna win. Miles versus Big. Miles gonna win. FaZe versus Wildcard. As much as I'd like to see Wildcard win, I think FaZe is taking this one. Heroic versus Complexity. Yeah, Heroic's gonna win. And 3D Max versus Fury. Yeah. Now, G2 versus Passion. Okay, look, we do have to be realistic, so I'm not gonna give Passion that one. Pardon me. Navi versus 3D Max. 3D Max were looking like pretty insane during the RMR, but I still think that Navi is like the best or one of the best teams in the world. Spirit, yeah, I think Heroic might win this. Yeah, I think Heroic's gonna win. And Miles, I hope Miles beats FaZe because I like Miles. Vitality, yeah, you're gonna be Furia. Mongols gonna be Complexity again. Liquid will probably be Wildcard again. And I think Big will be VP. G2 versus Heroic. Yeah, G2's going to win. Na'Vi versus Mars. This is a pretty classic CS2 matchup. Even though both of these teams were definitely around in CSGO, but it's fine. Look, Na'Vi will probably win, but I want Mars to win, so I'll probably give it to Mars. Passion versus Big. I know you guys can do it. If they beat them once, I'm sure they could beat them again in a BO1. Spirit will probably lose to Vitality, as much as I hate to say it. Yeah, that's obviously. And yeah, 3D Max will probably beat the Mongols. They are better than I anticipated. France, I guess. France is better than I expected. Complexity will probably lose to Furia. And, you know, Wildcard, they could beat VP, I think. Even though that's a bit of a silly thing, they could probably beat them, you know. Na'Vi, yeah, they'll beat Heroic. Passion UA versus 3D Max. Like 3D Max, I feel like would be like the antithesis to Passion UA. I don't think they win that. FaZe versus Vitality. Okay, I don't like either of you, but I like Vitality less. So here you go, FaZe. Mongols versus Wildcard. I think Mongols will probably win this. They're good at crushing dreams. Liquid versus Furia. Furia were looking a little bit bad, so I'll give it to Liquid. And Big will most likely lose to Spirit. Now, I think Passion can beat these guys. Spirit has been on fraud watch recently, I might say. They've been looking just a little bit fraudulent, you know, all of that. Heroic, yeah, I'd probably beat Liquid, and yeah, I think Vitality will beat the Mongols, which is very sad, but that's just how it goes. Now, next stage, Champions, Miles versus Vitality, praying for Miles to win. G2 gonna beat Heroic. Na'Vi, yeah, Navi's gonna beat Passion, and I think 3D Max will actually probably beat FaZe. FaZe has also been a little bit on fraud watch, you know. Miles versus 3D Max, Miles probably wins, and I think Na'Vi will probably beat G2. And Miles versus Na'Vi, we're doing it again, and look, I'm gonna say, I hope Miles wins. Miles has been on the opposite of fraud watch, whatever that is. What's the opposite of fraud? Let me Google that quickly. Give me a second. So, okay, antonyms and near antonyms of fraud: expert, master, authority, professional, virtuoso, past master, wizard, maestro. Yeah, maestro. Yeah, Miles has been on maestro watch. That's what I'm saying. Okay, and now we review my video.
Yo, this is like not the kind of video I'd normally make,
This is
and also this is
content,
like
so I'm not gonna copy
completely
strike myself.
unscripted. But yeah, today I'm gonna do my predictions for the Perfect World Major Shanghai 2024. Okay, let's start with the Americas. Furia is gonna be. Oh yeah, and also I know like fucking nothing about Counter-Strike, so this is gonna be based off of vibes mostly. I've watched some stuff, but yeah, I'm silver 1 on most maps. I don't even have an Anubis rank, so yeah. Furia beats Legacy. Liquid
Well, that was wrong.
beats Wildcard.
Nope. Okay, so I'm let me actually keep count. Okay, we're currently 0 for 2.
Complexity beats Bestie.
Was I right about that? Okay, I was at least right about that. So we're at 1 for 3. 1 for 3.
Yeah, Pain will definitely beat Nans. 9Z will.
Did Pain beat Nans? Okay, they did. Thanks the Lord. That's me doing that right now. Let me just make this a bit smaller. 2 for 4. Okay, so we got 50% right so far.
9Z will beat Red Canids. M80 will beat Boss. Go away. Mubber will beat Crew. And Imperial will beat K.
Okay, so I predicted no upsets in round 1, and there were 3 upsets out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, pardon me, I got 5 out of 8 in numeric. Now this is high quality content. This is the content you guys subscribe for, where we are prepared and, you know, got all of our shit down. Okay, now let's check round 2. What did I say for that?
It's okay. Furia beats Imperial. Liquid beats Mubber. Complexity. Okay, Complexity. Look, Complexity.
Okay, Furia versus Imperial. Didn't happen. Did Furia ever play Imperial? Nope. Well, I'm starting to see a bit of a flaw, you know.
I want to support you.
So, I guess this is just wrong.
Because you have a South African on your team, but like M80 is pretty good. I don't know. I think I'll give this to Complexity, but I think M80 will have them on the ropes. I think Pain will beat 9Z.
Yeah, they had a bit of an easier matchup than
Yeah.
that, didn't they?
All of these, yeah. I'm just going to put Red Kane as just.
Okay. Well, why did I do that? Okay, so like, maybe we should only do round one, cause you know, it was a bit of thing, and also a little bit unrelated, but I was completely right about Eternal Fire being on Fraud Watch. What is this, bro? You are 1 for 3. 1 for 3. You only beat Aurora Gaming 13-8. You lose to 3D Max in OT. You lose to Sashi 13-7. And you lose to Astralis. Now, how else? Like, come on. Eternal Fire, Turkish Counter-Strike as a whole, you guys are on fraudulent timing right now. Like, I'm sorry. It's just true. But Europe A, while Europe A was extremely boring and nothing interesting happened, except for Falcons getting completely dissolved. Europe B, however, Europe B was crazy. Europe B was actually pretty fire. So this is all like whatever. And then Passion UA upset VP in the BO1. So like, okay, that's pretty cool. And also Astralis lost in 9 pandas. Like, what are you doing? Everything else is cool. G2 beats 9 pandas in OT. Like, how do you go OT against 9 pandas as G2? What are you doing? And then Passion UA puts Team Spirit on Fraud Watch by beating them 13-11. And it would have been more. I'm pretty sure I remember Team Spirit having a bit of a comeback in this one. So yeah. Eternal Fire loses to 3D Max again. And then Heroic lost to Big somehow. Like, what are you doing losing to Big as Heroic? You're supposed to be extremely professional. What was I... Were my expectations too high for you, Heroic? Anyways, Astralis lost to Sashi, which I think is hilarious. Because Astralis are always trying to be the best Danish org. They bought Stabby. They even had Cadian now. Although they didn't have Device and Cadian had a broken arm. But do you know what that is? That's an L. And I don't care because they aren't in the major. RIP. Bait lost to Aurora, which is pretty cool. Look, Aurora was just kind of getting farmed. I'm not going to lie. Big, unfortunately, beat Passion in the BO3. And this kind of put them on BO1 Merchant Watch. And then Passion lost to Heroic, and then people are like, okay, this will be BO1 Merchants. And then they beat Astralis 2-0. Like, that is just a little bit rough. And they qualified over Spirit, like, womp womp. And not to mention, Team Spirit did almost lose a map to NIP. And they almost lost. Literally, like, Donk had to save their asses. It was so funny. And also kind of sad because we could have had 3 South Africans in the major. Not to mention, by the way, even though I didn't watch a single one of their games, Sonic probably carried wildcard. Let's just be honest. Asia Pacific, Drillers didn't make it through, which I guess is sad for Onapixel. I'm a little bit sad for him, but also, like, you know, it was kind of the whole region thing, and you know, the fact that Maztal is actually like Georgian, you know, which is European, even though it's geographically in Asia. That is a European country. And yeah, the Mongols expectedly won against the Drillers. I'm very surprised they even got a map against them, but then the Mongols actually woke up about, okay, these guys can actually play Counter-Strike. Talon got 13-8'd twice in a row. A little bit rough. At least Lenvision won something. Alter Ego, like, it's over for Korean Counter-Strike. You have 1 Korean player on your team, Shigen, and now, yeah, that's a little bit rough. So, FlyQuest, you guys might be the most boring team in Counter-Strike. Everything about you is boring, except for being Australian, but you guys are through. So, yeah, that was kind of the video, and to the guy who said that I was hating on Eternal Fire, I was just right, but too early. Bye.